Tunje Tandavenithanum Rutim Tunjavali Bitunite Tunjavali Labdhai Karna Krudo Karamini Khachate Karnodbudebhyo Spriyam Chetaha Prana Sangini Vijate Sarvendriyanam Kritim No Jane Yonita Kiyadvi Amriti Krishneti Varnadvi Rupa Goswami in Vidagdha Madhav. I do not know how much nectar in the two-syllable word, Krishna. I am not content chanting his name with one mouth. I wish I had 1,000,000 of mouths. I also want to have 1,000,000 ears to hear his name. When this name vibrates in my mind, all my senses are overpowered. May the Lord bless us and guide us. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. This morning our subject is Science of Japam, Part 4. Today I shall speak mainly on Japam. In this series of Science of Japam I talked on initiation, its meaning, its necessity, and its effect. I talked about Guru, disciple, mantra, Ishta, chosen deity, mantra and its power, and so on. Today I shall speak mainly on japa. What is japa? Purnam apurnam sarvam japane. It is called Japa Sutra. The Japam makes the imperfection perfect. Human beings are not perfect. But Japam can make us perfect. Japam is expressing, chanting God's name. That is Japa. This Japam can be done verbally or mentally. Repetition of God's name. Some people repeat, You see, when you go to baseball field or in the soccer field, my goodness, we hear, I remember that Ozzie Smith, our shortstop, Ozzie, 40,000 people are repeating that name. Messi, football player, soccer player. People are shouting their names, thousands and thousands of people in the ground. But this repeating God's name is very, very important in a spiritual life. This name and its meaning are interconnected. Chetanananda has a name, has a form. Shabda, Artha, Gyan. 3 things, please remember. Sound, its meaning, and knowledge. These 3 things are interconnected. Krishna, Rama, Jesus, sound, name, and the person, and knowledge of that person are interconnected. So when we repeat Om Krishna, the sound reveals the form. Again, the sound comes from silence and merges into silence. Amrita Bindu Upanishad says, Dve vidde veditavye Tu Shabda Brahma Param Chajat, Shabda Brahman Nishnata, Param Brahma Madhigachyati. We'll have to know two types of knowledge. Word Brahman and the highest Brahman. The word Brahman is a sound. And those who have mastered the word Brahman attain the highest Brahman. What is word Brahman? The Jeev Jagat. All these beings and the universe are nothing but the sound. Read the Bible. In the Genesis chapter, in the Old Testament, when creation comes, let there be light, there is light. Let there be earth, there is earth. Let there be water, there is water. Let there be air, there is air. Read the Bible, it is there. That is the way creation started. What is that? Sound. That sound came from the lips of God. Truth. When it comes from the lips of God, it must happen. That is called creation. Jeev Jagat came from the sound. Chair, which is a sound. Phone comes. Tree, microphone, whatever you say. Sound. This whole world is vibrating with sound. All of your business, cell phone, all nothing but sound. Shh. Amazing this sound. Shabda Brahma. When we read the New Testament, we find in the book of John, in the beginning was the Word. The Word was God. And the Word is God. The Word was with God and the Word was God. So Swami Vivekananda says, the whole philosophy of Christianity are within these 5 verses of John. Now, last time I talked a little bit about Para, Pushyanti, Madhyama, Vaikari. According to Vedantic tradition, there are 4 stages of sound. Para. Sound is there, but not manifested. That is Brahman, ultimate reality. Come one step down, Pushyanti, Ishvara, God stage. At that time, sound started to vibrate. Vibrating, the sound. Sattva, Raja, 3 gunas are still in balance. Then the balance broke. It came into Madhyama, in the mind. Thoughts, in the thought realm. All the thoughts are bubbling in our minds continuously. You may think that you are not talking, you are not thinking, but your mind is continuously bombarding sound. No samadhi. For that reason, in the second verse of the second aphorism of Patanjali says, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Yoga is cessation, controlling the thought waves of the mind. Then you will get samadhi. Perfect peace and bliss. That is our goal. So the Vedanta tradition says the sound came from that monosyllabic word Om. Monosyllabic word. Om. A-U-M. A starts from the throat, M closes the lips, and U is the connecting link. The gamut of the entire sound is in that Om. That Om is a symbol of Brahman. That Kathopanishad says, Etadalammanam srishtam, etadalammanam param, etadalammanam gatva brahmaloke muhyate, etaddevaksharam brahma, etaddevaksharam param, etaddevaksharam gatva yadichyati tasyatat. A akshar, a monosyllabic word akshar, is Brahman. It is the supreme reality. When you know it, Whatever you wish, that wish will be fulfilled. And war of Brahman is established in truth. Whatever comes from their lips, it will happen. Now we come to Sankhya and Yoga philosophy. The Sankhya philosophers, Kapila says, Ishvara siddhe prayojana bhavad. We don't need God. You people ask God for creation. I don't need God. Prayojana bhavad. There is no necessity. Why? Because my prakriti, my nature, Purusha and Prakriti will create. I don't need God. That is Sankhya philosophy. Patanjali says, no, God has necessity. Ishvara pranidhanadva, ba means samadhi is possible by loving through devotion of God. Mind becomes full of love and devotion. In that stage also one can have samadhi. Patanjali says. But how can we recognize that God? He says, Patanjali says, Tisya Vachaka Pranava. Pranava means Om, mantra. That Om is the Vachaka, indicator, revealer, Pratipadok, Bodhak. It will make you understand what is God, that Om. Vachya, Vachak Sambandha. Vachya means the thing which you will have to know. Vachak means through which you know. So through Om you can know God, Brahman. That Patanjali says. Then he says, Tadjapas tadartha bhavanam. Only repeating Om will not do the right job. Tadartha bhavanam, you will have to understand its meaning. What does it mean? When we repeat the mantra, you will have to understand what you are repeating. As I say, mantra, artha, gyan. Shabda, artha, gyan. Words, its meaning, and knowledge. All three. Then your mantra will be very effective. Our tongues repeat mantra, but mind is moving around. Mind and the speech are not united. That is our whole problem. All of us. That is the reason Sri Ramakrishna defined religion. Manmukh akkarai dharma. What is religion? Religion is to unite the mind and the speech. That is the whole secret of religion. Look, when we repeat the peace mantra of the Rig Veda, Bang me manasi pratishtita, mano me vachi pratishitam, may my mind be one with my speech, may my speech be one with my mind. That is called true religion. How to unite this mind and this speech? Anyhow, let me tell you some practical suggestions. That when you sit for meditation and Japam in your shrine, mind is moving around. First, you must talk to your mind. Mind, now I am going to repeat mantra and practice my meditation. Please listen to me. I shall guide you. Now focus. Focus on your chosen deity. Do you know what is the secret? The moment you will try to focus, mind just started to move around. Patanjali told us the secret. Swatu dirghakala noirantarja tatkara sevita dida bhumi. Dida bhumi, meaning steadiness, steady ground. You can achieve. Dirghakal noirantarja, long time, uninterruptedly. Follow those two words, long time, uninterruptedly. These two words Patanjali used. And hold on your chosen deity. You tell your mind, I shall please allow me to think of my chosen deity 5 minutes. Afterwards I shall talk to you. Just give me 5 minutes time. Hold on and focus it. You will find after 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes will pass. You will not think about it. So mind will not bother you. That is the reason. And do you know what happens at that time? Mind becomes glued with your chosen deity. And you get juice, felicity, rasha. Example, here is a bee making a buzzing sound on the flower. The moment the bee sits on the flower and sips honey, it doesn't make any sound. So your mind will not make any sound the moment it starts to sip the honey, the nectar, the divine ambrosia from God. Mind will come. This is the secret. Dirghakal, noirantarjo. Long time, uninterrupted. You will have to hold on. Sri Ramakrishna gave, if you bring the iron rod from the fire of the blacksmith, inside it was red. The moment you take it out, within a few minutes you will see it was dark. The mind becomes dark. It does not work. Anyhow, this is the secret. Our Tulsidas, he gave a very beautiful example. Rama Nama Muni Deep Dharu Jiho Deho Lidar. Bhitor Bahir Vijayar. He says, a Ramnam, God's name, at the threshold of your door. If you put the lamp, it will light inside your room, outside. Both will be lighted. So, if you put the God's name on your tongue, your inside will illumine, outside will be illumined. That Tulsidas says. Now, Diksha, Mantra, Guru. I talked about the initiation, I talked about mantra, I talked about Guru. Now, what happens? Guru brings the mantra. He goes to Pushyanti, that divine level. From there, he brings the Bija mantra, the mantra for the disciple. And then, he gives to the disciple, this I got for you, with this mantra, you are connected with God. This mantra and this name will connect you with God. I am a Ramakrishna's devotee. Ramakrishna mantra connects me with Ramakrishna. Now some people, quite often they ask, Swami, what is Bij mantra? What is Bij mantra? What is Seed mantra? Bij is the seed. Here is a tiny banyan seed, produces a huge banyan tree. The seed, the Shakti power of this big tree is in the tiny seed. The mantra, Bij mantra, may be tiny, that sound, kring, kling, hing, but each has a treme which is connected with the infinite Brahman, God. Om is a monosyllabic word, but it is connected with the infinite Brahman. This is involution, that is evolution. Onulom, bilom. That is the Sri Ramakrishna explained. These bees, if you put into the ground is hard, but the ground will break, the sapling, the plant will come up. Bees, your body, my body, all these bodies, is nothing but the seed of the Father which entered in the womb of our mothers and created this body. It looked at one drop of liquid substance created heart, bone, heart, skull, flesh, bone, everything. It is nothing but one drop of liquid substance. That is the seed. That seed created this body, president, all these things you see, nothing but the seed of our fathers. And what they can do. Some people do marvelous work. But it is that small seed. I'm just telling you how the seeds work. For example, Oing is the seed mantra of the Vidya, Saraswati. Shring, seed mantra of Lakshmi, fortune, wealth. Gong, It is the siege mantra of Ganesha, success. Kling, Kama Beach, is Krishna. Kring, Krishna, which is Kali. These are the different siege mantras are there in our mantra shastra. If you are interested, you can read the Garland of Letters by Sir John Woodruff, Arthur Avalon. There he explains all the sieges and its meaning. I'm just giving you some people ask, Swami, what is siege mantra? What is siege mantra? This is the siege mantra. Ring, kling, kring, all these are siege mantra. Om is also siege mantra. So what happens? This mantra, it enters into the mind. And from the mind, it comes to the Boikhuri, expressed stage. That is called Boikhuri. Very interesting is how it works. This mantra expressed, suppose Om Ram Krishna or Om Krishna, Om Kali, this mantra has two stages. One is the sthul, gross, another is subtle. In the gross stage, I am repeating Om Ram Krishna, Om Shiva. And its subtle stage is in the Madhyama. The meaning manifests there. Let me give an example. Here's the coconut. Here's the fiber. Here's the shell. Break it. Then you will get inside sweet water and the kernel. So mantra, the gross part of the mantra, through repetition it breaks, it bursts, and then it goes to inside the mind and the mind becomes luminous. It happens when the mind becomes pure. Look what Jesus said. Ask and ye shall receive. Seek and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. That is called knocking. Knocking, knocking, knocking. If there is somebody in this house, John, and if I knock at the door, John, 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 if there is somebody in the John who will open the door for me. Mantra is just like that. You are knocking, hammering on the door of God. Lord, please open, I want to see you. Knocking. You know, the one mystic sage, God forces that person repeats the name. Tumake jopiye neben. Whom God loves you, He will force you to change His name. My teacher used to say, many are called, but few are chosen. You know, it is a mystical realm, as I say. So by repeating the mantra continually, the grooves, the external aspect of the mantra will break and the inner aspect will reveal. Heart, on the heart chakra. But my heart is open. That means the Japam made your heart open. Tokun Chitta Jyoti, your mind will be luminous. Sometimes, do you know what? When you close our eyes in the shrine, what do you see? Darkness. Dark. Dark. How to see the light? You can have experience, perhaps you want to see a matinee show. Outside, bright sun. Movie has started. Perhaps 10 minutes you are late. You enter the movie house. You enter the room. You see everything is dark. You cannot see your own seat. Dark. Don't go away. Stay in the movie house. holding the chair, stand. You will see the exit lights, and there are some emergency lights. Seeing those lights slowly, slowly, you can see some people, perhaps eating popcorn and Coke. You can see. Sometimes you can see some chair. Then perhaps the guide will come with a flashlight and will take you to your seat and say, sit there. You will have to wait. Don't come out immediately. Then you will not be able to see the movie. How important it is. The moment you close your eyes, you see the dark, don't run away. Stay. Stay there. That is the secret. Light will come. Then Chidalok will come, northern, repeating the mantra. Boikhari Mala Shakatkar Govinda. This type of things, it is lecturing will not help you if you do not practice. The mystic says when the mind comes in the Anahata chakra, in the heart chakra, you will see the light. When the mind comes in the throat chakra, you will talk only about God. You do not care to hear anything else. When the mind comes to this eyebrow chakra, Ajna chakra, you will see Sachidananda. But still there will be a barrier there. As Sri Ramakrishna says, here is a kerosene lantern. You can see the light, but the glass will not allow you to see that light, to touch the light. That is in this fifth stage. And when it goes to the Sahasrara, you will be in Samadhi, which cannot be expressed. Japa Rahasya, mystery of Japa. But Boikhari, from the expressed state, when I am making sound, expressed sound, that is Boikhari. When it goes to the Madhyama, you need two things. Guru, grace of Guru, Guru's Kripa, and Guru Shakti, Guru's power, and Atma Shakti, self-effort. That is also, these two things at that time necessary. The moment you are in the mental plane, do you know two things happen? That is the stage. It goes upward, downward. Mind goes upward, mind goes downward. In the mental plane, what happens? If you want to push upward, then you will have to practice spiritual discipline, bhajan, bhakti, nishkam, unselfish action, yama, niyama, shaucha, shanta, all these spiritual disciplines you will practice. Then your mind relinquishing the outgoing tendency, it will go to inside. Whole mystery is inside. But if you do not do that, mind straight will go outward. Outgoing tendencies will come, will take you to the world of Maya and bind you and catch you. Do you know what the Tantra Shastra says? Dibba Bhava, Poshu Bhava. Dibba Bhava means divine mood. The mind can give you divine mood, and mind can give you animal mood, animal instinct. Both are in the mind. Bondage, liberation, all are in the mind. Good, evil, all are in the mind. Purity, impurity, all are in the mind. It is all mind. This mantra, this initiation purifies the mind. That is the job of the mantra. You are already, the Atman is already there. Because of the impurity of the mind, you cannot say it. That I already told you, that in a washing machine, your dirty clothes, you put the detergent, all impurities will go away, all dirt will go away. So the mantra. It churns the mind and removes the impurities so that you can see. Mantra Chidrashmi Maya. This mantra is the light of consciousness. Jape Purusharan. Purusharan is a method some people adopt. They take a vow. Anulom Bilom, today 1,000, next day 2,000. In this way they go to 14,000. 14,000 repetition a day. Then again 13,000, 12,000, again they come to 1,000. In this way they go back and forth. There are various kinds of Purusharan. It is one kind of Purusharan. Anulom Bilom Paddhati. Japajiggo. Thinking of God's name again and again in the intellect. That is called Japajiggo. Krishna mentioned Jigyanam Japajog Goshmi. Among the Jagya sacrifices, I am the Japam. Japayanga, I want to hold that God's name in my mind. I remember a man came from Tennessee. A retired man came to me and said, Swami, now all 24 hours are mine. Tell me what I am supposed to do. I told him, really? I have one suggestion for you. Well, what? Give me 8 hours. Morning, 1 hour reading, 1 hour meditation. Noon, 1 hour reading, 1 hour meditation. Afternoon, 1 hour reading, 1 hour meditation. At night, 1 hour reading, 1 hour meditation. These 8 hours you will spend, then you will see what will happen. Practice 3 days. You are a retired person, practice 3 days, I assure you, you will not die. You will not die. If you repeat God's name and if you read God's spiritual books, within 3 days you will see you will get the result. Oh Swami, I will end up in mental hospital. I will end up in the mental hospital. Those who are retired people, sometimes I think, do you know what I am talking about, reading and Japam? Continuous Japam, 2 hours, if you are not ready, you cannot do it. So, perhaps read 1 hour Gospel of Ramakrishna. The mantra you got, you will have to read that kind of books which will conducive to your spiritual life. Katham Ramakrishna, Gospel of Ramakrishna or about Ramakrishna's life, then 1 hour mantra. Again, 3 days you practice, you will see the result. At that time, please do no cell phone. Eat a small quantity. Sleep, walk, completely withdraw yourself from the world. See whether it works or not. Somebody came to Holy Mother and said, Mother, my mind is restless. I have no peace of mind. Mother said, repeat God's name. Mother told her disciple, Krishnalal Maharaj, Krishnalal, I practice 15,000-20,000 mantram a day. It works. Mind is definitely, it will come. I was thinking 15,000-20,000 Japam. Do you know how long it will take? Maybe 7-8 hours, the type of mantra we get. 7-8 hours, if you repeat mantra, your mind will completely come under control. Holy Mother says, the mantra, do you know how does it work? It's just like in Indian snake charmers, they repeat some mantra, and the snake raises its hood. The moment it repeats the mantra, it brings the head down. So when mantra repeats, the old Maya, worldly things will go down. mantra will go up. Swami Shivananda gave a practical suggestion. Sit in front of Sri Ramakrishna and see and look at him intently and repeat the mantra and think that the Master is looking at you with love and compassion. And he is waiting to show his grace on you. You need vishwas, faith. A faith is very, very important. God exists. God loves me. In this way, if you have a relationship, you will find, you will get very quick result. Or japa, there is various kinds of things that there. Do you know what? Consciously, unconsciously, we are repeating mantra. When you inhale, do you know what sound comes? Sho, shon, shon sound. When you inhale, sho sound. When you exhale, hong sound. Shoham, hamsha. Shoham, hamsha. I am that I am. I am that I am. That we are repeating consciously, unconsciously all the time. It is amazing that look at aham. Ah and ha. This mantra, it is called matrika. Do you know matrika means? Ma means mother, divine mother. Matrika means Bornomala, the garland of letters. How many letters are there? In Sanskrit there are 50. Short Borno, A, I, U, Ka, Kha, Ga, Ga, there's, ABC. So this alphabet is called Bornomala, that is Matrika. With that Matrika, as I said, the sound, Shakti, Mother creates, preserves, destroys. Everything is then that Matrika. So, a Shuham, Hamsha, it is that mantra. Then what do the mystics do? Very interesting. Chakra job. There are 6 centers of Kundalini. So the mystics, they repeat mantra in the Muladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipura, Anahata, Vishuddha, Ajna, Shaustrara. Try to imagine, here is your backbone. In the tail of your backbone is Swadhisthana, is Muladhara. There is the Kundalini Shakti is there. That Shakti, do you know what is happening? It rises to the left side of your backbone and goes down to the right side of the backbone. That is called Ida, Pingala. These are the 2 nerves. So that is the external world. Ida, Pingala. Continuously, in every human body, this power is, this current is energy, current is flowing, Ida and Pingala. It is not going through Sushumna. If it goes through Sushumna, then spiritual awakening will come. So what the yogis do, stops this outgoing through the prana. This is the breath. Through the prana stops these outgoing tendencies and tries to focus the Shakti, power through the Sushumna channel. It comes through the Sushumna channel. Sri Ramakrishna, if you read the Gospel, Sri Ramakrishna explained that which chakra, what happens. So what he says that each chakra, there is a lotus. The lotus is downward. So when the energy push below, it blooms upward. Then comes experience. It is amazing how these things work. It is beyond our some of our imagination at present, but those who are mystics, those who practice spiritual disciplines, they can see it. So Sri Ramakrishna says, when it comes to the Anahata Chakra, then it comes to the, as I mentioned, that what kind of experience comes when this lotuses blooms one after another. To those who, they do know what do? They repeat perhaps 100 times in the lower chakras, then the heart chakra 100 times, throat chakra 100 times, eyebrow chakra 100 times. In this way they go, and then back and forth. Then in the heart chakra, they concentrate on the Ishta. On each chakra, they try to bloom it so that they can have the experience. It is all mystical realm. Without practice, you will not, through intellect, you will not be able to understand. I remember once a devotee asked me, Swami, mine is very chancel. Could you tell me? I can tell you my method. But what is your method? But think this way. You have visited, he is a devotee of Ramakrishna. But I think that in Kamarpuku, Sri Ramakrishna's birthplace, repeat mantra 100 times. Then go to Jairambati, Mother's temple, 100 times. Then come to Udbodhan, 100 times. Then go to Dakshineshwar Kali, 100 times. Then Dakshineshwar Krishna, 100 times. Dakshineshwar Shiva, 100 times. Dakshineshwar Sri Ramakrishna's room, 100 times. Then Nahabat, Dakshineshwar, 100 times. Then go to Kashipur, 100 times. Then Belur Math, 100 times. Then you see that 1,000 times you have repeated mantra. You have visited 10 places, your mind is restless, so let it move in different places and repeat mantra. It will work. Another mystic says the Shas Prashas, inhale, exhale, that is the mantra. Nishas, Shakar, Tang Padartha, Hakar, Tat Padartha, Tattvamushi. It is another way they try to understand this is the way one can concentrate on God. Next is Kshanarasya, the mystery of the time. Your Guru says that sit in the shrine in the morning and evening. Why? Let me tell you why. In morning, the junction of the day and night and day are the best time for meditation. Why? At that time mind becomes calm. Why? Look, Mahamaya has two guards, night guard and day guard. Night guard, sunrise to sunset. Day guard, sunrise to sunset, and night guard, sunset to sunrise. So when these two guards hand over the responsibility to the next guard, do you know what do they do? They at that time talk, and this is the time, this. At that time, these two guards talk to themselves. At that time, their minds are not on the gauge. At that time, you can get out from the Maya. It is one of the mystics made the remark, I liked it. And when you came, you are a night guard, I am a day guard. I am giving the responsibility to you, we talk, and when the paper you sign and I shall sign, now the whole responsibility, night responsibility on you. At that time we talk, at that time we are not seeing the gauge, because we are all bound. At that time you can come out. When they are talking, this is the easiest way to get out from the. That is the reason they say morning and evening are the best time. And mind becomes very calm and serene also. Time. There is a proverb in our language, in the Pratham Pohar mein sap koi jage, Ditiyo Pohar mein bhogi, Tritiyo Pohar mein chor jage, Chaturtha Pohar mein jogi. The first quarter of the night, everybody is awake. The second quarter of the night, 6 to 9, 9 to 12 for the enjoyers. And 9 to 12 and 12 to 3 o'clock for the thieves and robbers. And from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock, that is for the yogi. With this, Swami Brahmananda told Swami Jyotisharananda, Maharaj, my mind is very restless. Tui Mahanisha job kar. You meditate at midnight. So he used to meditate at midnight. Even in old age, I used to live above him in the balloon march. I saw his room is lighted, even at 12 o'clock at midnight. My guru asked me to repeat mantra at midnight. In his old age. Mahanisha jap kar. Then your mind will become very quickly. Then Maharaj told a story, that is a fascinating story. He and Suryananda both are in Vrindavan in a room, and they also decided that we shall repeat mantra at midnight. So Brahmananda, one day, early in the evening, they used to eat a little food, and then they used to take a little nap, so that from the midnight they can start their mantra. So do you know what happened? One night he was a little tired, and he fell asleep. Then he heard somebody came to him and said, "Hey, it is 12 o'clock. Get up. Get up. It is the time for your mantra." So Maharaj heard that voice, immediately got up. He saw a Vaishnava saint. It is a spirit, good spirit, in front of him. Then he went to the bathroom and washed his mouth and eyes, and he sit for meditation, and he saw that saint also standing in front of him a little distance. He is also repeating mantra. But in the beginning I was a little scared. I thought, my goodness, there's spirit. Then in this way several days I saw the saint. But there are some good spirits are there. They help. You know, when we hear these stories, we get thrilled. Really, that how God helps. Mahanisha job. Kshanarahasya, the mystery of time. Patanjali says, Kshana tat kramayo sangyamad vivekajam jnanam. By making sangyama means concentration, meditation, samadhi. These three, if you focus, that is called sangyama. Trayam ekotra sangyama. Focus. Then what happens? It is in the third section, third part of the Yoga Sutra. A sangyam. Yogis get all miraculous powers through the sangyama. So he says, Sangyamat vivekajam ganam, vivek gyan hoy. By making sangyama on single moments and on their sequence in time, one gains discriminatory knowledge. What does it mean? Khanarahasya? Second. It is not second, moment. It is slower than the yogis concentrate on the present. This. Time continuously moving. Continuously. Non-stop. The thing which is gone, you cannot get it back. The thing which don't think past and future. Focus on the present. That yogis do. When you cook, you focus your mind in cooking. When you drive, you focus your mind in driving. That is the way yogis get concentration. Anyhow, so what he is talking about? That concentrate on the time. Focus. I gave this example. You conditioned your stomach that I shall give you breakfast at 8 o'clock, lunch 1 o'clock, dinner 8 o'clock. Bas. I fixed 3 times for my food. That 8 o'clock in the morning, your stomach will tell you, I am hungry, give me breakfast. 1 o'clock, give me lunch. 8 o'clock, give me dinner. Your stomach will demand food all those times. So if you condition your mind that I shall sit in the shrine at 6 o'clock, and evening 6 o'clock, at that time your mind will say, I am hungry, give me food. Spiritual food, my mantra. This is called Khanarahasya. Gopinath Kaviraj, a great mystic saint and a great scholar, he mentioned about this Kshana Rahasya. He said, people do not realize how important it is to maintain the routine. But afterwards, if you do not maintain the routine, sometimes you may do 2 hours, doesn't matter. You must follow your vow. I shall say it this time. He says, suppose you are very busy with some other work or something like that, what will you do? At that time, it's 6 o'clock, Lord, I could not sit in front of you today. I am busy with some work involved. Please forgive me. That also is enough. He mentioned the Muslims, they pray 5 times. The moment evening comes, I saw in our village, they will spread a cloth in front by the side of the road and they pray. They are very particular about their Panch Hafta namaz. They pray. That is called Kshana Rahasya, which is very, very important. Those Muslims, they do not go to the mosque all the time. Even in the street or home, wherever. One of our Muslim friends came here. He says, we were lecturing, invited me. He said, Swami, this is the time for my prayer. Uncle, please go to our other room and you pray there, and then come and lecture. He went to Makkah. He is a good Muslim friend here. Kshana Rahasya. Then comes Name Ruchi. Sometimes we pray, we do not have any taste. When we come to the shrine, we see a gloomy face. As I already said, Patanjali says, stay long time uninterruptedly. One of our sadhus used to sing a song, Anurag bine sadhan bhajan jano nun chada torkari. Without any love and devotion, if you repeat mantra and try to meditate, it is like food without salt. You make vegetable curry, no salt. You cook meat, no salt. It is tasteless. You cannot eat it. If you do not have any love, devotion, that is very important. But Basha says, I do not know how true it is, that if you have a bile problem, bitter taste, take sugar every day. Then slowly that sugar taste will come. Sri Ramakrishna says, Gulapi Nesha, have some roseate intoxication every day. Intoxication is extremely important. Excitement, intoxication. We go there mechanically in the shrine and sit down and come out. To create intoxication, you must study before you go to the shrine. Sri Ramakrishna says, Siddhi, marijuana will not give you intoxication. Marijuana, you will have to paste it, make a syrup and then drink it. Nishtha. First you must have faith in your mantra. One should believe the name of the God will help you attain Him. One needs confidence, steadiness. Without these two, one cannot proceed long in the spiritual journey. I want to go to Kansas City. I know this Amtrak will take me to Kansas City by train. I have faith in that Amtrak. So when we repeat, go to the shrine, God exists. That faith, it depends. Do you know what it depends? You should establish a relationship. Then it becomes a smooth spiritual life. Master, I am your child. Look at me. Relationship is extremely important. For the reason the Vaishnava scriptures mention 5 kinds of relationships. Shanta, Dasya, Vatsalya, Shaikya, Madhura. The 5 kinds of relationship. It helps. At that time we will glued with God. In the spiritual journey, we have God, which is God, goal, which is God. Guru gives the name and selects the Ishta and asks to move forward towards the goal. There are many teachers and many books will give you information to the of the goal. Follow your Guru. The question arises, what shall I achieve? Repeating mantra. Peace, satisfaction, fearlessness, bliss, which you cannot buy in the market. Some people use mantra and pray to God for worldly prosperity. Shakam job, nishkam job. Lord, may I be free from disease, or may I have more money, this and that. That's a shakam. Nishkam, Lord, I want you in my life. If you are hungry, you will relish food. If you are not hungry, I'll have to ask you, please come, please come, please come. But you are not hungry. I'll have to force you to eat. It doesn't work. When we get close to the goal, we don't feel tired or disgusted. Sadhus taste ambrosia of divine name. Some people have lot of agenda. Family commitment, travel plan, meeting friends. They think I shall practice a spiritual life after I retire. It doesn't work. After retirement, I see some people involved with their children, grandchildren. That is the reason our scripture says, Ya ishati haring smurtum vyaparantra gate rupi samudre shantakallole sratum ichati dunmati. The person who thinks that when the ocean will subside, the waves of the ocean subside, I shall take bath. That person will never take bath in his life. Similarly, if you think all the problems we shall solve, and then in old age I shall practice spiritual discipline, it will not work. Ruchi, taste is very important. In the beginning, little children, when the mother puts the rice in the mouth of the baby, throws away. But mother continuously puts rice in the mouth. Then slowly, the child relishes the rice and eats rice. Even rice pudding. In a little baby, all 6 months, they're drinking only mother's milk. All of a sudden, the rice pudding particle came to the tongue of the baby. They threw away. When a ruchi, it comes slowly. A taste in spiritual life is very, very important. Next is japa and study. Shwadhyay. Shwadhyay means, Shwa means mine, Adhyay. The thing which is conducive to my spiritual life, that I must read. I am a devotee of Rama, I shall read Ramayana. I am a devotee of Krishna, I shall read Bhagavatam, Mahabharata. I am a devotee of Ramakrishna, I shall read the Kathamrita. I am a devotee of Jesus, I shall read the New Testament. In this way, the person you are a devotee, you read that book, which is be helpful to connect yourself with your chosen deity. In the study, in the science of japa, study is used to bring taste, willingness, and concentration for japa. When you get absorbed in japa, study is not necessary. Let me give an example, then we will understand what I mean. In our village, we have seen the milkman milk the cows. The mother cow comes, and the baby calf also comes, and the calf hits the udder of the mother. And the milkman pumps some milk in the mouth of the calf also. And the mother cow thinks my calf is sucking my milk. After few, they call it dhon. I do not know. Hitting the udder, with the mouth, the baby calf. Then the milkman pushes the calf away. Then they milk the cow. They milk the cow in his container. Anyhow, then the mother cow releases all her milk. Similarly, study is just like heating. so that your mantra will go very quickly. Very interesting. What are the enemies of Japam? First is ahankar, ego. I know a monk was telling me, I am repeating Japam 14 hours a day. That is also ego. Second, Bahu mantra. Some people take many mantras. I knew a person, he used to come to me. He took mantra from our two Swamis. He took mantra from a Sheikh, Muslim. He took a mantra from Dalai Lama. So he came to me and said, Swami, I am going to Makkah. What will happen? I don't know. I told him, you have 3 mantras, one of them will protect you. Bahu mantra. Then some kinds of shabdo, sound also is too much noise. Outside noise creates problem. Let me give an example. Swami Chetanananda used to live, one of our Swamis, an American Swami, in Dehradun, Kishanpur. And there is near the ashrama, our ashrama, there is a church. That 4 o'clock, dhang, 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 say church bell would continue. And it would hurt him. He could not practice his Japam and meditation. He was really in bad shape, turmoil. Then he says, should not be angry. I cannot change the church people. So he connected his mantra with that bell. When dhang, dhang, do you know what he repeated? Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om. He connected his mantra with the sound. Utkoch sound. That is another obstacle. Badi, disease, physical problems, enemy. Next, Vibhuti Akorshan, desire for miraculous power. Japam can bring power, occult powers. That is an obstacle. So all these obstacles you will have to get, you will have to conquer before you attain God. Do you know how do I look at it? I look at it. I saw in Laguna Beach, some children, they play the kite. The one boy holds the string, another boy goes to near the water, and then holding the kite, he lifts. And then several times it falls down. If it is an unfavorable wind, the kite will not go up. So several times it goes down, down, down. But once it goes up, then this boy, plays, and it releases the string. It goes far, far, far. It goes very high, but string. Do you know how you look at it? The disciple is the person who is the string in his hands. And the guru helped him. His ishto, that kite is I call it ishto, He lifted it up. Now with the string is the mantra. It is my imagination, And then you play. Goes up, and then favorable wind comes. You play, the kite is flying over the ocean, and you are seated on the sandbank and playing. That is the way I look at it, sometimes that how we can use the mantra and connect ourselves with God. Thank you. Tameva mata cha pita, tameva bandhusya sakha, tameva vidya drabinam, tameva sarvam mama deva deva. O Lord, thou art my mother, thou art my father, thou art my friend, thou art my companion, thou art my wealth, thou art my learning, thou art my all in all, O Lord. Om Shanti, 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 peace, 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 control. I have an announcement. Next Sunday I shall speak on Ramakrishna as a Guru. Then 4th of July we have a big function, Vivekananda Festival. All of you are invited. Please come. There will be a nice program from 10:30, Vivekananda Festival. And we shall serve lunch also. Thank you very much. Now there will be a Zoom meeting and you can talk to the Swami in the library. And if you wish, you can see the Zoom also, as you like.